Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Simply Michelle, and happy to have you. So last week's story, we have seen where was some daddy and daughter issue, and it seemed as if they have disagreed to agree. However, and Ben was waiting, waiting for his wife to console her. So let us see what's happening this week. So without itching, let us get right into the story. Ben knocked on the door. Knock, knock. Come on in, she whispered. He entered with open arms, and she ran into his embrace. Ben held her tightly. That made her feel safe. As a result, she could not help but the tears streaming down her face like a river. The news, which should have been a joyous one, hit her like a wrecking ball. Hearing about her dad's new wife, whom she had never met or even heard of until now, gave her a numb feeling in her stomach. To make matters worse, she came with two grown children, thought Tessa, not sure if her dad is being taken for advantage, is taken advantage of, made her worry. In spite of the fact that he expressed how happy he was being married to Laura, it's funny how life have a way to surprise us, said Tessa, moving to the moving to the face basin to cleanse her face. Perhaps it's the lodge keeper. The melody was sweet and comforting, thought Tessa. Tessa got to her feet and walked to the side of the oak tree, bracing her hands, bracing her hand to part the bushes. She leaned. "How so?" asked Ben. "Well, I can remember when I was a bit younger and would secretly wish for my dad to get remarried so I could have siblings. While now they are being tossed upon me, not sure whether or not these two step siblings and I will even get along worries me," she expressed. "I can see how that would be a concern. However, just have an open mind towards it all. You really have no choice in the matter. So leave it to the hands of the Lord to work it all out for everyone involved. As the scripture said, every disappointment worketh together for good to them that love the Lord. Therefore, until you have the chance to meet them, try not to form an opinion. Just take comfort in knowing your dad said he's happy. So believe him," expressed Ben. "Frankly, Daniel have no reason to lie about his happiness. Therefore, let us sort ourselves out after this trip, or even if you wish for us to explain to our friends that we have to step away for a few days, we could do that so you can meet your new family members. That's fine with me. And, our friends wouldn't mind. They wouldn't mind us being away for a while," reassured Ben. "That way you can put your mind at ease instead of letting this ruin your summer vacation," expressed Ben further. She caught her breath, took several more deep breaths, then moved slowly from the doorway to the bedroom window, staring out into thin air, trying to will herself to wake up from what seemed to be a bad dream. And that's when she has bitten into her lip in an attempt to answer Ben's question, or was it a suggestion? She thought. By then, Ben began to notice how she was struggling to answer, so he stepped closer to her and whispered, "It's fine. Should you want to wait until after you have gotten used to the idea before you go to meet them?" said Ben. Ben realized then that this whole thing with Daniel got married abruptly might be harder on Tessa than he realized. So he is willing to just back away and allow her to come to terms with it on her own time. Hear what? Let us drop the subject and go outside to get some fresh air. She nodded stiffly and moved quietly forward towards the garden. Soon after, they reached the bench under the huge oak tree. It was cool out, and Tessa appreciated Ben suggesting that they should get some air. "Thank you, Ben," she said. "For what, my love?" he asked. "For being so thoughtful, also for being there when I needed you the most." "There is no other place I'd rather be, my love." Ben words soothed her. She placed her head in his lap, closed her eyes, and in no time drifted off to sleep. A small sound of distress escaped her, and Ben knew she was finally resting. Ben tried to remove her feet from the Crocs she was wearing, and the cute pair of kitten socks she was wearing greeted him as he raised her feet to the bench. Then he remembered those socks were a pair from the set he had bought her for this very trip, and that placed a warm smile on his face. Tessa shifted her head to the other side. Suddenly, whispered Ben, trying not to wake her. 20 minutes later, Ben's phone buzzed and he answered. "Hello." "Hey, Daniel. What's up?" he answered once more. "Hey, Ben. I call you to check on Tess. As you know by now what went down. I want to apologize for disturbing you guys," expressed Daniel. "Tess is resting. She's still a little discombobulated. Nevertheless, we will pull through it all," reasoned Ben. "I am so sorry, Ben. I know my daughter. I know she would not understand why I had to move so quickly to get hitched. So I delayed in talking to her about it. Now I know that was not the best thing for me to do. I didn't mean to hurt her, you know." "That night, that's right. I really didn't," uh, said Daniel. "Yes, I know, Daniel. And I think Tess knows that as well. She just needs some more time to honestly get used to it all." "Congratulations, by the way, on getting married," said Ben. "Thanks, Ben. That means a lot." "You're welcome. We're still in England. However, I understand it's your birthday soon. How do you feel about celebrating on the Tessa for your big day?" "We can also use it as an occasion to allow everyone to get acquainted," asked Daniel. "Thank you, Daniel. Having my birthday celebrated on the yacht sounds like a good idea. Nevertheless, I am not sure what Tess has planned for my day. So I would have to run it by her. Then get back to you, said Ben. Okay, understand. Do that and get back to me. And Ben, thanks for being there for her, for my baby girl, said Daniel. It's my pleasure. No thanks needed. She's my heartbeat, said Ben, and that makes Daniel smile while putting his heart at ease once again. All right, son, catch you later, he said and ended the call. Oh, such a stretch in Ben's lap. Hey, is everything okay? She asked as she opened her eyes. Yes, your dad just called to check in on you, answered Ben. Oh, responded Tessa, surprised. You sound surprised, asked Ben. Well, I just wasn't expecting him to call back so early, she said with a frown. That shows how much he cares for you, Tess. Cut him some slacks, will you? Said Ben. What is that supposed to mean? Are you implying I'm giving him a hard time or something? She asked, feeling annoyed. Absolutely not. Nevertheless, your dad cares a lot what you think of him. Surely you must know it's hard on him as well to let go of your mom and moving. I don't know if I should say this. And moving on. Plus, making sure you're fine with his whole transitioning is not an easy thing to do, especially when one party is not accepting of the change, said Ben. Tessa sat up abruptly and pushed away from him, looking straight into his eyes. So, you are blaming me for not really embracing his new-found wife and family? Asked Tessa, feeling pissed. Truly, Tess, why are you trying to twist every word I am saying? All I am trying to get you to understand is try and meet your dad halfway. He is your dad, for peace sake. Nevertheless, he is a man with needs and desire like any other man who has finally found a woman he dreams he deems worthy to move on with to the next phase of his life. On the other hand, you are his grown daughter, whom he's trying to appease. So try and make the process a little more easier by understanding him, Tess. That's all he seems to be asking for you to understand him, expressed Ben. First of all, you, TMI. Secondly, my dad is his own big person who does not need my approval for anything. Let me stop you there, my love, said Ben. Yes, he is, however. Then why are you so angry with him for eloping without even informing you? Asked Ben. It was then that Tessa stopped to realize, in spite of how she felt, she was being unfair to her dad. She breathed again, and a sharp wind rushed through her, like the silence, while the silence became loud in the stillness. Feeling selfish hit her like a blindsided tackle. The urge to call her dad suddenly dawned on her. And it's as if Ben read her mind and handed her his phone. He kissed her on the forehead and headed towards the stream, allowing her the privilege to call her dad in privacy. Ring, ring. Hello, Tessa. Is everything all right? Asked Daniel frantically. Yes, Dad. I'm just calling to let you know I love you and I am sorry for the way I have acted to what must be the most or one of the most happiest time of your life. I am indeed happy for you, Daddy. You have always been there for me. Therefore, just knowing I am here for you, therefore, just know I am here for you. And yes, I would love to meet your new wife and her kids. When I get back to Boston, of course, Ben and I, we're hosting our friends for the summer, as you know. Therefore, I don't think we should leave them on their own to fly to England. So express to Laura and her kids for me. I'm looking forward to meeting them, said Tessa. My darling girl, you have just made me one of the happiest man alive, exclaimed Daniel, and that made Tessa smile. So, how does it feel being a married man after so long? Asked Tessa. Well, I do enjoy Laura's company. She do makes it easy to love her. Being an understanding and giving person. So to answer your question, it feels awesome now that I know you're fine with me. I was thinking, how about we celebrate Ben's birthday on the yacht? What do you have planned? I was saying it to him earlier, but he wanted to run it by you first. But you were asleep, said Daniel. Uh, I was thinking of having a few friends over. Nothing too special, really. Nevertheless, the Tessa sounds like a more fun way to go. Also, we could use one stone to kill two birds, like they say in Jamaica, she said with a giggle, and Daniel chuckled. Yes, you can meet everyone then. Perfect, said Daniel, smiling. Dad, beside the party, what should I get you for a belated wedding gift? She asked. Hmm, thought Daniel. How about the father and daughter waltz? I have always wanted to dance with you. Should I get married a second time? No, the time is here, said Daniel. I can't dance. You know that from my wedding, she said abruptly. You did fine dancing with Ben at your birthday and the wedding, answered Daniel. Uh, he is such a great dancer. He made me look good, said Tessa with a smile in her voice. Well, then, there you go. I will let you look even better, answered Daniel. Laughed Tessa. She was livid, cracking up in laughter. She was now on the ground. Put fun and joke to the side. I could teach you if you really want to learn, suggested Daniel. Oh, Dad, you promise? She asked. Yes, I'm serious. It's a promise, reassured Daniel. Oh, okay, when I come to visit. So, how is settling in the new home going? She inquired. Oh, my people are handling the final paperwork and the decor. and the decorators, along with Laura, are on standby to do their thing and work their magic. You know, that is not my area. I hate moving. You know this about me. Nevertheless, I'm here in England tying up some loose ends, he said. Enough about me. How is married life treating you? Asked Daniel. "Hmm, it have been great. Ben, oh my God, Ben has been patient. He really is a patient man, and I love and appreciate him for it. I do wonder at times how come or what did I do to become so lucky? He suits me and I him. God be praised. I do thank the Creator actually every day that you have found your person, whispered Daniel. It was then she heard the whistling sound she thought was coming from the lodge. Leaned forward, catching the phone between her ears and shoulder to see who it was. A young guy was approaching along, walking with his hands in his pockets. He's a handsome guy, but I don't know him. Nah, I don't know him. He didn't raise his head fully until he turned the corner to the oak tree. He took a pause, seeing Tessa. He gazed in her eyes for what seemed like an everlasting minute. Good day, ma'am. His voice rough and dry. He said with a smile, "Oh, sorry, Dad. We have a visitor. I will speak with you later, all right? All right. Love you too. Bye, Daddy." Tessa hung up the phone. Good day. How may I help you? Said Tessa to the stranger. I am Dave. I am looking for Mr. Allen. My mom, Pam, takes care of this lodge along with my dad, Dave explained. Oh, hi, Dave. I'm Mrs. Allen. Nice to meet you. Come along. I'll take you to him. Ben was having the time of his life, swimming and diving and splashing in the river. You have a beautiful voice, Dave. Do you sing professionally? Asked Tessa. Chuckled Dave. I do in my shower, he said, laughing. And that got Ben's attention. It was his time to watch Tessa and the stranger getting acquainted. As they are deep in conversation, giggling away, he thought. Tessa turned around abruptly and noticed Ben was studying them. Hey, babe, this is Dave, Palm and Ted's son. He was sent here by Palm to see you, explained Tessa. Oh, oh my lord, I can't believe I was getting jealous after a boy. But the way he stares at what's mine, thought Ben, makes him uneasy. Ben felt annoyed, but tried to keep it to himself. How may I help you? Asked Ben. A flush dark a flush darkened Dave's face, and it confirmed Ben's thought. A flush darkened Dave's face, and it confirmed Ben's thought. Dave is definitely crushing on his wife. So how can I help you, Dave? Repeated Ben. Tessa looked at him with a side eye. My mom asked me to come by to see if there was anything you needed to get done. My dad is not well. Therefore, he will not be able to come here for a while, explained Dave. No, not really. I can't think of a thing right now. However, you can examine the gardens, see if there's anything need to be pruned up, and also pick some fresh fruits for the lady, said Ben. Dave turned and looked at Tessa. His face betrayed him once again. He had it bad. Tessa gave him a warm smile, and Dave pushed his hands into his pockets and hurried away. Ben noticed and shook his head, then said, "Do not encourage him," he said firmly. "What?" asked Tessa, trying to be coy, laughing. She took off her blouse, leaving her shorts and tank top as she jumped into the river to join him. "What?" you ask. "Don't you see the boy have a crush on you?" asked Ben, feeling annoyed. "So? He's just a kid. Can't be more than 18 or 19 years old. What's the harm? Are you jealous, Mr. Olin?" asked Tessa as she hugged her husband. "Jealous? No. However, at 18 years old, surely you don't want to know the thoughts that was going through my mind at that age," expressed Ben. "Furthermore, that little punk wants what's mine. He got he wants what's mine. He got good taste, I will give him that. Nevertheless, at that age, it's not wise to toy with a boy's feeling. So do not encourage him," growled Ben once more. "I heard you the first time." "Pick another subject," said Tessa, on board, as she climbed into his arms in the water and kissed him softly. "Mm, Mrs. Allen, I see you waste no time," he whispered. She reached under the water and took hold of him. That caused Ben to groan. "Mmm, be careful how you play with fire, Mrs. Allen." "I am all yours, my love," she teased. Ben took her gently by the hair, positioned her face tilting to his, staring into her deep brown eyes with passion and need. "I repeat, careful, Mrs. Allen. I may have to take you right here in the open space, having you begging for more," said Ben. "What's stopping you?" she responded. "I am not about to put on a show for a peaking teenager, a boy whose hormone is already raging war, or be the cause of his, what would you say, of him losing his mind," said Ben. "Oh shit, I forgot all about him," explained Tessa, looking around frantically. "Calm down. We'll take this to the we'll take this to the lodge in the privacy of our bedroom." Before Ben could finish his sentence, there came said Dave, clearing his throat. "Excuse me, Mr. Allen. The fruits are on the front porch. Is there anything else you need me to do?" asked Dave. Seem as if he's giving Ben the attitude. "No, son, thank you. You may return home now and express my sympathy to your mom and dad for him not feeling well," said Ben, and Dave looked at Tessa sternly, nodded his head, and left. You see what I'm talking about? Said Ben. That boy had it bad for you. However, you have just broke his heart. First crush is the worst, said Ben. Well, thank God. It made no sense for him to prolong this nonsense, said Tessa. Serve him right, crushing on a married woman, especially my woman. Oh my God, Ben, you are so possessive, said Tessa, laughing. Let's go finish what you have started, woman, and keep that energy for me, chuckled Tessa. Yes, I will, if you ask nicely, she teased. Ben's mouth twitched. He looked away, rubbing a hand over his face, trying to erase the grin place from ear to ear. These two. 5 minutes later, he had done what she asked earlier in his best, softest of voice, and he was not the kind of man. He was not the kind to ask if she liked it, knowing very well she did. Knowing very well there was no such thing as having enough of Tessa. He took her over and over again, gently, softly, and rough, until they were both spent. He kissed her on the cheek and then drifted off to sleep after what seemed like 30 minutes, while Tessa felt energetic and ready to tear the place upside down, cleaning what she sees and what she didn't saw. Then it dawned on her. Their friends have been gone for a while now. Seem like they're having more fun in the village than she thought they would. Suddenly her phone buzzed. Hello? 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 As Tessa was about to hang up the phone, she heard, do you love him? Wrong question. Are you happy with him? A rough and dry voice came through the phone. Excuse me? Who is this? Hello? Who is this? Your secret admirer? Don't worry, who's this? And don't be afraid, I will never harm you. The thought rang in Tessa's head, and she asked, Dave? And the phone was hung up immediately. Oh Lord, it's one thing after the other. Story surely coming to bump. So, let me get this right. So this little punk, Dave, is it really Dave? Or does Tessa have a serious stalker out there? Or is it the 19-year-old Dave? Was he watching, as Ben thought? Well, we can clearly say that he's crushing on Tessa. And does Dave know what he's getting into? Because Ben is so territorial and possessive, he doesn't play with his woman. So, story coming to bomb. Stay tuned to see what happened next week. And thank you for watching. You have come thus far to the video. What are you waiting on? Yes, man, like it up and subscribe and share with your friend and your friend and your friend. And thank you all for being here. So, as I always say, Philippians 4 verse 13. I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me. So whatever you find to do today, do it to the best of your ability. Bye-bye.